Hey, Chris. Yeah, having some camera issues if you can tell. We've got the budget bad camera up right now. Can you see? Just getting everything set up. Had to reboot the computer a few times too. There we go. Should be good. Yeah, guys, so having some major issues with the camera here. Hey, Hunter. It is almost here, you're right. So you'll notice we got this crummy overhead camera that I've been using for all the overhead shots. The overhead camera is missing, so we'll have to do a good job making sure to keep this stuff in view, in line of the camera here for you guys. I don't know. I updated the app for my typical camera, and of course now I try and get it all up and ready for us here for our break, and it doesn't want to work. So I had to do some quick little MacGyvering and switch out our cameras and everything like that after I tried 50 times. And here we are, no overhead camera, just using it as our main camera here tonight, and hopefully I'll be able to get this figured out for tomorrow's breaks. Good enough, I think. Not as crystal clear, but should be able to get the job done. Yeah, Chris, I saw that from Whatnot. See, that's the scary thing working with those Whatnot guys, those Loop guys and stuff. I know. This one's Random Teams. Let me throw that stuff up on the screen here. It might not look exactly right because, again, we're using this weird camera. It might actually go over the chat. Yeah, there we go. It'll only be there for a second. All right, on the left, our spots in the order they were purchased, on the right, random.org. So I'll copy and paste. Description. Gold label. Do gold label 2. X. 4 or less will reroll. We got 10. Let's start it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here's our final spots. Copy them. Verification code BWEQKP on this one. Let's get these into the sidebar. We are good to go. All right, I'll get this off the screen. You guys can look over those results along with that big extra black space next to the name because the camera proportions are all off. And I'll get the box started here. Let's see if we can't slide these over. Make that look a little bit better. There we go. Cool. Oh, I saw what happened to Reese Hoskins. Don't tell me something happened to Justin Turner again. I know he got hit in the face. What was that, a couple weeks ago now? Is the guy just the master of bad luck right now, or what? Look at this first box cut open here. Man, this camera looks all crooked and wonky. My apologies, guys. Hold myself to a little bit higher standard. Garbage can over here. Oh yeah, that was insane when it happened, Chris. There's that. Get that out of the way. Let's see, can I get the chat? Let me see. If I go to sidebar, chat. Just wondering if I can adjust it so it fills the whole screen. Make up for that missing spot up there. That works a little bit better, huh? Alright, cool. Let's get to things here. I'll keep an eye on the chat if anybody does decide to make any trades or anything like that. I'll adjust things for you guys. We should have our auto there, so we'll save that till the end, and let's get going. So there is a Pick Your Team still up. I didn't actually get a chance to see just how sold out it is. I ended up scrambling trying to get these cameras to work. So let me get this lighting a little bit brighter in here too. There we go. We're going to start things off. Oh, and this is not going to focus as well, huh? Is what I'd like. You guys might not be able to see the classes, huh? What if I pull it back a little bit? Yeah, but then you guys can't see it. Well, I'll read it to you guys. It gets a little too fuzzy. This doesn't focus as nice as my normal camera. Shohei Ohtani is a Class 1. We've got a Pete Alonso, Class 2. Black border parallel, Alec Thomas. That is a Class 3 on the rookie. Rookie is Trey Turner. That's a Class 3 as well. And then we've got an Ichiro, Class 1. Don't sell it out too fast, Chris and crew, because I'm going to need time to get that other camera fixed up. This is driving me nuts. I got the Class 3 tray. Black border, Alec Thomas Class 3 is nice. Who's got Arizona here? This one's going to Justin. 4 teams left in the Pick Your Team. If that fills by 10 o'clock, we'll go live with it tonight, regardless of if I can get the good camera to work or not. All right, we got a Tatis Class 1. I got to move my hand way off from where it normally is, too. Class 2, Corey Seager. We've got a Kirby Puckett Class 2. Walker Buehler is a Class 1. That's a black border parallel. And Miggy is a Class 1. Both of our black borders here. I should probably sleeve this Miggy just in case Jason is watching. If you guys are just tuning in, I was having some major camera issues with my normal high quality camera. I use the iPhone. Epicam is the app. And of course I updated all my apps today. And sure enough, I went to go plug it in and it's not working with the computer. My streaming software is all up to date, so I don't know what the issue is. Had to do a quick switch, use my overhead camera. That's why it looks kind of all budgety right now. My apologies on that, guys, but I'll be working on it, getting it fixed for the next break. Just didn't even know it needed to be fixed until I only had like 15 minutes. Joey Votto is a Class 1. We got a Stanton. It's a Class 2. Kershaw is a Class 3. That's a Spencer Torkelson Class 1 going to Detroit and Nat. And then I got Arenado there at the Class 1. Yeah, Chris, you should. Did you ever check out one of our first breaks? If you if you go to Facebook, you can look at all of our past breaks. If you go to YouTube, it only goes back so far because I first started only on Facebook. So you can't really see our first ever break unless you go to the Facebook records. But it's about the quality of video I had back then too, right here. Ricky is a Class 1. We got a Mariano Rivera Class 1. Garrett Cole is a Class 2. Black border Rafi Devers is a Class 1. And a Juan Soto Class 1. Although I think even back then the focus was a little bit sharper. Lars Nootbaar, it's a Class 1. We got an O'Neill Cruz Class 2. Vladdy Class 2. No, that's Class 3. Get that sleeved up. Gavin Sheets is a Class 1. And Chris Bryant is a Class 1. Yeah, it's pretty similar, right, Chris? Just a little hazy around the edges. Alright, last base pack here in our first box, and we'll get to the auto. Hunter Green is a Class 1. That is Seiya Suzuki Class 2. Ooh, Jackie Robinson on the red is a Class 1, so that makes it out of 75. That is 58. I forgot to turn my phone sound off. Somebody just bought a team. There you go, on the Pick Your Team. Normally the camera's on and you don't hear that. Black border parallel, David Ortiz is a Class 1. I got a Mookie Betts Class 1. Dodgers in this one is going to Scott. Let's see what we got for our first auto. Philly, Seattle, and Washington left. I'm thinking people don't quite realize Washington still has Juan Soto for autographs because the price is a little bit higher. But this is one of those products that kind of got delayed a little bit. Juan Soto is still at the Nationals. So if you're looking to hit his auto, that's why the price on the Nats is a little bit higher. I think it's at $10. Anyways, we got Alek Thomas here. That is a Class 1. Black border. Jose Abreu is a Class 1. And our auto is going to go this way. Let's see what we got. Man, how many Minnesota Twins have we hit out of Gold Label? This one is another Joe Ryan. Hit Joe Ryan last night. We also had what? Justin Morneau last night, I think. Minnesota in this break is Ryan. Ryan, did you not just hit this one last night too? Now you got two. It was in the pick your team, right? I think. Pretty sure this one went to Ryan last night. How funny. Now in the random he gets his team again. Oh man, this looks like a video from a break from like 2008 or something, doesn't it? This quality. It's funny. Joe Ryan. There for our first auto. Let's move on to our second box here. My phone just vibrated. Did somebody just grab Washington after I gave that Juan Soto speech? Maybe. Alright, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I definitely will after the break, Chris. Seattle and Philadelphia. Nice, Jason. Alright, we've got Jose Siri here. That was, by the way, a Class 1. Anthony Rizzo is a Class 2. Hank Aaron is Class 3. Nick Lodolo, Class 1. And Mark McGwire, Class 1. Who's going to go hunting for the Julios in our Pick Your Team tonight, huh? Philadelphia's got Bryce Harper autos. That's why they're a little bit pricier, too, along with a couple of rookies. And Juan Soto's got one of the coolest looking signatures in the game, too. At least among, like, the All-Stars and stuff. Jane Duran, that is a Class 1. Verlander is a Class 2. Got a black border parallel Yadi Molina Class 2. Bo Bichette, black border parallel Class 1. And a Kirby Puckett Class 1. Yep. We'll have more Gold Label tomorrow, by the way, guys, speaking of. At least a random. And I might do something, because I got one last box of Chrome Sonic, and I want to get that ripped with plenty of time before the March 31st deadline for the top buybacks on the Goldschmidts and Judges. So I'm thinking maybe we'll pair up a box of Gold Label with a box of Topps Chrome Sonic, the last one I have, for tomorrow as well. Frank Thomas here is a Class 1. Francisco Lindor is Class 2. Bryce Harper is Class 3. We've got a purple parallel Jaren Duran that is a Class 2, so that will be out of 75. It's 23. And then Luis Robert is a Class 1. Yeah, yet is the key word there, or Hunter. Let's see what we can do. I don't know why for a second I thought that was Nat commenting. Weird. Wonder if that was my eyes or my brain. Bryce Harper here at the Class 3 will sleeve up. Walker Buehler, Class 1. Bruhan is a Class 1. Nootbaar, Class 2. DeGrom, Class 1. Black border. And Asea, Class 1. Now, Jason, is it a 100 card set in total, or is it 100 players that each have 3 classes? So technically like a 300 card set. Do you know? I did forget to look that up because I know you asked that last night. I forgot. I'm assuming it's the latter that makes it like 300. Just based on how it took us like 5 boxes to hit some of these guys. Yeah, per class. Okay. Devers is a Class 1. Miggy is a Class 2. Ohtani is a Class 3. Sounds like another team just got picked up. It almost looks like a green parallel or something, doesn't it? It's not numbered or anything. Scherzer is a numbered parallel, though. Out of 150, got a Class 1 blue Scherzer. And a Jackie Robinson Class 1. Sleeve up the Miggy and the Class 3 Ohtani. There you go, CJ. Now it's down to Julio in Seattle. Anybody's willing to take the biggest risk of the 30 teams. Anthony Rizzo, Class 1. If not, I'll eventually take him here. I'll look things over after I get my camera fixed. David Ortiz, Class 1. Mark McGwire is a Class 2. We've got Shane Baz, Class 1, Black Border Parallel, and a Jose Abreu, Class 1. Yeah, that's right, Jason. Then I can hit a Julio auto and feel really guilty that it didn't go to one of you guys instead. Alright, let's see what we got here. Luis Ill. That is a Class 1. We'll flip this here. Got a Willie Mays coming up. That's a black border, Class 1. And our last auto of this break. It looks like a Colorado Rocky. It is. Ryan Vilade. That's going to Corey. Bounty time if you'd like. I think that's the only Rocky auto that you can potentially pull, and there it is, taking up plenty of space on the autograph section there. Ryan Vilade. Get that top loaded. Which reminds me, I forgot to update the bounties. For update, I got to come up with something. Something. Still plenty of boxes left here for Gold Label for our bounties. So, all right, cool. We'll do a quick little recap here, even though you guys can't see it too well. Then we'll bounce out. I'll get everything situated here for the Pick Your Teams and the recent sales, and I'll make an announcement when we go live, sometime between 9:30 and 10, most likely, on that for the Pick Your Team. All right, guys? From this one, we had Shane Baz, Black Border Class 1. Duran Class 2 Purple out of 75 was 23. O'Neal Cruz was a Class 2. Spencer Torkelson was a Class 1. We had a bunch of other black borders and a few Class 3 stuff like that sleeved up here. For our autos, we had Jackie Robinson out of 75 was 56. Alec Thomas was a Class 3 black border parallel. That one looks sharp. And then Max Scherzer was a Class 1 blue out of 150. Our autos were Joe Ryan and Ryan Vilade. Yeah, Jason, that's right. Chris L. mentioned that too. Putting a nice Ricky up for the bounty. I like that idea. All right, guys, I'm going to take off. I'll get things set up. Hopefully I'll get this camera issue fixed because this just looks so bad. It just does. I don't know if I can do another break without it. But keep an eye on the socials. And, yeah, we'll get that Pick Your Team in tonight. One way, shape, or the other, all right? All right. If you need anything, shoot me a message. Facebook, Twitter, departurebreaks@gmail.com. I'll be here getting things all situated and set up. And then I'll shoot a message on Facebook or Twitter. Probably either 9:30 or 10 o'clock for the Pick Your Team start time. All right? Cool. Julio in Seattle should still be available, I believe, if you want to grab them. DepartureBreaks.com. Check out featured breaks. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Thanks.